Hi there, my name is Mark Hawkins. I work for Save the Children International and I'm the Global Humanitarian Technology Manager. So, I want to talk to you about the Iridium PTT. And in the previous video, I explained how this technology is likely to replace HF radio. And in fact, I know plenty of organizations that have got a roadmap to replace HF radio with Iridium PTT by 2025. Lots of good reasons to do so, and that was explained in the previous video. So, what I want to explain in this video is how we can utilize this technology in inside a building or inside a vehicle. And like all satellite communications, it's really important that there is actually a line of sight from the antenna to the satellite that's in the sky. The signals do not penetrate buildings or metal cars, although this boat's made of plastic and I'm getting quite a good signal in here. But vehicles and buildings, not a chance. Okay, so for the purpose test, Marlink, which is one of Save the Children's SATCOM's providers, have kind of allowed us a couple of days access to their network so we can actually test the antennas. My intention is to get some external antennas out to Liberia, where we've got 10 of these devices already, so that the operations team can actually use these radios inside buildings or inside their vehicles. So the conversion is fairly simple. The antenna itself, we can actually remove the antenna, and the first thing we need is actually an adapter. So this adapter here, I'll just hold it a bit closer so you can see it. It's SMA and TNC adapter, and the SMA, the small end, will attach to the radio itself. Just screw it on. And once that's in place, then we just need an external antenna. So the first one I'm going to show you is one for a vehicle. And you don't actually need to go out and buy one of these probably, because you've probably got one of these, or in fact probably quite a few of these floating around in cupboards within your field offices, because these are standard antennas that are normally part of the kit that comes with most Iridium standard satellite telephones, okay, like the Iridium Extreme. So this end will just screw it on, and then we're about ready to go actually, so I can actually make a test call. So I can see a little bit of a signal there. So we'll make a test call in a minute. Yep, so there's a strong signal coming in. So I'll just push the button. Testing 1, 2, 3. So that's kind of test complete, and we've actually proven that it works. So it's fairly reliable. The second type of antenna I want to show you is a bigger one, which is the sort of antenna that we would probably put in a building. So that's it there. These come in varying cable lengths, so the longer the cable, the more expensive. And the other thing is that the cable itself, if we can have a cable as short as possible, then that would be good news. So I'm going to put that up on the top there. Hopefully you can see a bit of sky, connect it up to the radio and do a bit of a test. Okay, so signal coming in. So let's do a quick test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test complete. Okay, so that's the two types of antenna. I'll come on to some tips on how to set up the antenna in a moment. The one of the things I would say that is a bit of a weakness is that if you try to use this like a walkie-talkie, then it's not going to last long because you might break the connectors here. So whether it's in a car or a building, we recommend that you buy one of these. It's a docking station. Okay, so it just slots in, and then you can lift that cover there and attach an external mic. I don't actually have one to show you, but I've got one that's very, very similar. This is actually a VHF one. So it means that you got one of these attached to that, and then you can make your calls, talk to the fleet or other sites as needed. But what it means, it will actually save wear and tear on that adapter and cable as it leads into the radio. Okay, and I can assure you from experience of similar systems, if you move things around, these joints, they will not last much more than a few months. So save yourself the pain, get the job set up properly to start with. Okay, so coming back to the original point, which is about the direct line of sight to the satellite, the antenna needs to be on top of the building with as much visibility of the sky as possible. So 360 degrees would be good. And the second tip I'd give you is trying to get the shortest length of cable as possible, because I say these external antennas are not cheap. So don't go and buy a 20-meter length if you can use a 5 or a 10-meter, that sort of thing. So the way to sort of, before you place the order, is maybe to use a piece of wire or a piece of string to physically measure the cable run from the antenna where you might put it down to the radio room. Also consider moving the radio room upstairs if it's a multi-story building, closer to where the antenna might be. Okay, so that's that one. Whilst I'm here, I want to tell you about another piece of kit that the ICOM team have released since the previous video. I don't have a device to sort of show you, but they do now make a sort of ICOM sort of radio, which looks more like the VHF that you might find in a vehicle. Okay, so those kits actually do come with external antennas, etc., etc. So worth a consideration, and clearly you wouldn't have the issue with the weaknesses like you get here. But if you want that flexibility of using a docking station, so you can actually remove the handsets and walk around, that's absolutely fine. This could be your best solution.